it kind of goes a little bit towards what you were saying in the first half of that old question, which is about energy, right?
Yeah.
And particularly as you get older, you're not able to handle as much. I used to have no problem handling 4 businesses at the same time, and now it's like 2 businesses is about all I can handle. But yeah, energy is really important, and part of that is also about managing yourself. So making sure you have time for your family and making sure you have time to do activity. For me, the biggest way I get energized is I make sure I go for a bike ride, right? I'm a mountain biker. And so if I'm doing, I make sure I schedule at least 3 bike rides during the week. And that usually helps keep my energy up and keeps me excited, and it rejuvenates me, right? And it's really easy to get lost in your businesses and work 16 hours a day. I used to do that all the time. I actually used to keep publisher hours, where my best work tends to be like from 10 at night until 2 in the morning, right?
Wow.
uh, so technically I was a night owl, but once I had a family, I couldn't do that. And so I had to adjust my hours and adjust the way I work. And I actually became more productive and more efficient by doing that. And again, entrepreneurs, as they're doing their businesses, they really need to pay attention to taking care of themselves, right? Eating right, exercising. You don't think of them as very important, but they're actually critical to the success of your business, right?
Right. Right.
And
I think that one more thing you said, like when I'm more grown up, I have less energy, but I think that you have more wisdom too, and you
mhm,
could think about what is more important and less important in your life, and where do you want to navigate your resources too.
yeah,
And at least this is what I feel, that in the past, when I worked so long, I felt like I'm so happy that I have so much work. I'm so happy that I'm doing so many things, and it made me feel so alive and important even. And now when I think about it, it's like, why do I need to work so much? Like, what is the goal? Where I'm running to? Where is the direction? And this is something that I didn't think about when I had
mhm,
like 10 years ago. And I think that you're starting to just think like, where do I want to get to?
mhm. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
it is. I mean, when you're young, it's like, oh, everything. I'm going to do everything. Everything's exciting, everything, and it's very hard to prioritize. And some of the lessons I learned in my early businesses were that I wasn't able to prioritize, right? And I was able to look back and say, okay, if I had focused more on this instead of trying to do everything, I would have been more successful. Those skills can't are always valuable. Example, when we started Screenbox, we bootstrapped it. We had no money. So yes, it was valuable that I was able to do a little bit of everything. But I also realized, okay, we need to get this much revenue in and this much profit margin. And if we do that, then at that point, the first step is hire somebody to do this work and to do that work and to start distributing out the work. And sometimes it's hard for an entrepreneur to even let go of that control, right? And so, it actually, I had to do that. I had to learn how to let go some of the control and give it over to others. And that, those are all things that you have to do, right?
Right, right. If you want to grow as a business, you need to do
Exactly.
that for sure.